'Cause she's atypical, 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 atypical. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Brit. So in today's video, I'm going to be talking about getting vaccinated in South Korea. So if you live in South Korea, then you kind of know what's been going on. Before I even start this video, I need some agua. So anyways, so for those of you who are not familiar with like what's been going on in Korea, I'm gonna kind of just give you a little bit of a background. So there have been higher cases of COVID happening in South Korea. So there was a foreign teacher who had gone to an area in South Korea that's known for bars, clubs, shopping. And he had been exposed to COVID and he was asked to get tested, and he said that he got tested when he really did not get tested. He ended up having COVID and just lying. And he was a foreign teacher here. I don't know what country he was from, but he ended up lying, going to work, exposing a whole bunch of people to COVID.
I had a reason.
What was the reason? What was the reason?
And then it was like this whole big thing. I guess the government thought that, you know, most COVID cases were coming from like the English schools, Hogwarts and stuff like that. So they wanted to make sure that people get vaccinated. More people get vaccinated at a sooner pace. So all teachers and anyone working inside the schools, like English schools, were mandated to get a COVID test. Now, that is a lot of people who had to get a COVID test, and this is all because this one guy decided to lie and say that he got tested when he did not get tested. I'm not here to judge him. Everyone makes their choices, but be more aware of the choices that you make because you put people's lives in danger. So that's kind of like the background to how like this whole COVID thing got crazy and why I even ended up getting at least the first dose of the vaccine. So the government was like, okay, if all the cases that we are seeing, or the majority of it, is coming from these schools, let's get the teachers vaccinated as soon as possible. So this decision was made like super quick. And usually in South Korea, you hear things at the last minute. My school signed us up for the COVID test, and like the process on it, I can't speak on going for yourself. I can only speak on going to get the vaccine through your school because that's the way that I did it. So my school signed us up, and at first a lot of the teachers were getting text messages about, okay, you can go on this day, that day, and me and some of my coworkers didn't get that message. And so my boss is like, oh, you didn't get a text message to go get your vaccine? And I'm like, no. And come to find out, she put the wrong number there on our application portion of it, so they didn't have the right numbers for like a few of us. So she had to call them and get that fixed, and then she was like, oh, in the next couple of days then you'll have to go. And then the last thing I know, the same day, she's like, we have to go now. And I'm like, oh, now? And she's like, now. So again, last minute things, but it's cool. So the actual process of getting the vaccine, you go to whatever center that they tell you that you have to go to, and there's like multiple checkpoints that you have to go through just to get the vaccine, which makes sense because they have to make sure you don't have any allergies and check your paperwork, because all this has to be documented so they can make sure that they know who's gotten the vaccine and who has not gotten the vaccine. So the first checkpoint was checking your identification, your ARC card. The second checkpoint was for like allergies, any medical history that you might have had. The third checkpoint was, I guess, talking to a physician or a doctor to explain to them like anything that you might have and like aftercare that you need to take or any symptoms that you should watch out for. And then the fourth checkpoint is you just waiting to get the vaccine. And then the fifth one is you actually getting the vaccine. And after you get the vaccine, you actually have to wait 15 minutes before you can even leave the facility. And there's like a band that they give you around your wrist, and like you're not leaving until those 15 minutes are up. They write the time that you got the vaccine, and then they write the time that you're allowed to leave. And if you leave before that time, actually you're not even leaving before that time, because there's like guards at the door to make sure that you don't leave until the 15 minutes is up. So I mean, they're pretty like organized, and they're making sure that you're following the rules. But once the 15 minutes is up, you know, you can go and about your day. It is painful a little bit, I'm not even gonna lie, it is a little painful. But after, I didn't have like the super sore arm that people have, or like get super sick. But I did only get the first dose. I do have to go back, I believe, in 3 weeks for the second dose. So I don't quite know like how I'm gonna react to that. But I know the first dose really wasn't that bad. So it was a pretty easy peasy process. I didn't have to deal with any legal side of it, like filling out extensive amount of paperwork to apply for it. The school did that, which was awesome. And I'm thankful for them for doing that, because it's really hard to fill out paperwork when you don't speak Korean. So I forgot to mention, before I could even get the vaccine, or even, you know, get my appointment for the vaccine, I had to get a health check. And this health check, they checked everything, to be honest, like blood pressure, they even checked your teeth. And this is a requirement for you to get the vaccine. They have to make sure that you're in good health before you can actually get the vaccine. So that's the first thing you have to do. And then of course they need copies of all your like legal documents, passport, stuff like that. But overall, it was a pretty simple process, nothing like too extenuous. Yeah. So I just wanted to share that. My symptoms, I really didn't have any symptoms. I was just sore a little bit, not like dead arm or anything that people describe like that. Like, it's only been 2 days, and I can literally fully flex my arm, and I feel fine. I did get really tired, like super tired. I'm standing up ready to just like pass out tired, and that was like a really weird symptom. They do say that tiredness is a symptom, but I was like super tired. Like, I was in class teaching, and I was just like on the verge of wanting to fall asleep. That's how tired I was after getting that shot. It wears off the second day. Like, right now I feel fine. I will keep you guys updated, and when I get the second dose, I will let you guys know, like, if I'm just like gone to the wind and just laying in my bed not able to work because I got like sick, because I heard that some people get like that and they feel really bad. But yeah, so thank you guys for watching, and I will catch you in the next video. Bye.